Do let me know you're there. Welcome to Journaling with What You've Got. I just see one of you so far. I hope I can get some more, although they might not be impressed with me being late to the last one. Which is what I sense might be happening, but we'll see. I can't do much more than be the person I am, though. So we'll see. Hello, nice to see you, Lisa, in Michigan. Welcome to Journaling with What You've Got. Thank you, Sarah, for letting me know you're here. Hi, Linda. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Hi, Lauren. Thanks for coming back. So we're journaling with what you've got. We've got lots of interesting pages here. Of course, a lot of these things from previous weeks. We're recapping. We're going back retrospectively. I've got bags of things I've spent hours sorting out. Takes a long time. Hello, Joyce. Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. Just made this lovely British page. I was a little bit late to the session, and then I had a whole kooky problem with the new phone I've bought. I'm on the old phone now, which, as you can see, is quite a lot more zoomed in. So we'll try with the old phone, and then whoever's watched both one after the other can see which they preferred. This one is not as crisp, but it's a little more zoomed in, which is great, and it allows me to do it at an angle that makes a bit more sense, I think. So, oh, pardon me. So we're just going to go on to the next page. Oh, look, I went over the lines. That's fine. It happens. We go over the lines. I'm not sure if I'm adding a sky in. Normally I add a sky to start my journaling with what you've got, but I just kind of have to have a little look inside here and see what I've got. I think this week there might not be too many things that I collected. It looks like quite a lot. We'll see. Basically, if there's too many things, I don't really have space for a sky, but let's see what I collected from the UK to carry us around. Carry us around on that adventure. So the first week I was in Bristol, and I was in a place called Kendal, which has the same name as me, of course. You can check out linktr.ee/Miss Kendall James if you want to see some of those extra things that I make. Thank you very much for checking me out on the calendar, guys. I did a social experiment to see if my putting it on the calendar would result in multiple people turning up, because I was doing live streams in the UK and hardly anybody was coming, and that's because I didn't put it on the calendar, and that's fine. So it turns out I'm trying to work out which is better: Facebook, Instagram, the calendar, my own little blog message. We'll see. I'm not sure. So you guys feel free to use this chat as a survey for what you prefer to use, because it does help me. But ultimately, if I do things and I don't get any interaction, it's really hard to feel like I want to keep doing them. So please give me interaction. It does make a big difference. Now, it did rain one of the full days I went to Ilfracombe in the UK. Ilfracombe is a lovely place. It's got views like this. Really, really lovely. This was an old Victorian beach. And I was with my friend from Japan, Nick. He's not living in Japan anymore. For 2 years now, he's been in the UK. He did go back to South Africa for a short while. Lovely, Lisa. Thank you very much for letting me know that. No, that's true, Linda, regarding the Facebook people comment. I don't want what you think about everybody else, though, because I put lots of things on Facebook while I was in the UK, but still sometimes only had one person or 2 or 3 people watching a live stream, including the street art one I did that was very good. But part of that is probably because the signal in the UK just wasn't really that great for the SIM card I'd picked up for some reason. So, whatever. Here I went to Devon and Bristol with my friend Nick. Got some little snackies here. I only stayed in an Airbnb 2 nights and a hotel 1 night out of the whole trip of mine to the UK. Other than that, I stayed with my brother, with my mum, with a friend in Portsmouth, or I don't know, man, I was just traveling through the sky, so there was no time for anything. All right, Lauren, thank you. Yeah, I know some people watch without commenting, but it feels a bit like if I make videos and people watch commenting, or if I do lives and people watch without commenting, I might as well not be doing a live. Do you know what I mean? Because if I do a live, I risk video quality and audio quality. But people get to join in and experience the live moment. So if there's interactions and people are enjoying the live moment, then I'll be out there. It's a bit hot in Japan at the moment, but I'll be out there soon for lives as it comes into autumn. It's not too bad outside, but if there aren't many interactions or many people turning up, then I might as well just be making videos because I get a much higher quality. Of course, I've got to find rhythm. I've got to find time that allows me to do that because I'm still catching up with what I'm doing, catching up with unpacking my stuff out here because I've gone straight back into work. The very next day I arrived in Japan. So yes, we'll get there eventually. Chocolate, wine and sunsets. Doesn't that sound amazing? That's Ilfracombe in the UK. Devon and Bristol, a hotel on Airbnb, exactly, Joyce. Like Peeping Toms, a little bit, Linda. I know what you mean. Live is best in your opinion. That's very nice, Lisa. I'm glad that live's best in your opinion, but everyone just let me know. Yeah, you love the live tours, but understand. I've noticed that a lot of people like to watch my live tours retrospectively, and a lot of you do leave comments, so thank you very much for when you do. All I want is to know you're there. Otherwise, it's just a room of myself, isn't it? And I can do that not publicly if I need a room for myself, if you know what I mean. Right, I had a Twister lollipop. We need to get a Twister in there. That was my favourite lollipop. For some reason, it escaped me that was pineapple flavour, though. I've always just thought it was green and red flavour. Didn't do any Ilfracombe Harbour adventures, but I think I might cut out a picture from this. That looks like a good picture to stick in there. Now, why did I go to Ilfracombe? I went to Ilfracombe to visit my dad. He lives in a care home in Ilfracombe. He's not necessarily that old. He's only 60 something. He's only 65, I don't know, or something. Let me think about that. 1 second. No, he's not. He's not even 60 yet. He's got a year to go until he's 60. He looks older though, because he's in a care home with other conditions. He's had numerous strokes in his lifetime, bless him. Took my friend to Bristol Museum. Let's get Bristol Museum in there. I'm going to cut the top of the receipt if it's got some information that I might like the address or the name of a place. I don't necessarily need the rest of that, so I'll put that up to the side in my messy pile of stuff that you guys can't see just off screen. That's what I didn't like about the other phone that had a beautiful crisp picture. It was showing you all of my messy stuff off screen. That's not what I wanted you to see. Here's some cool things. This was from an arcade machine fortune teller. What does it say? Fate is with you and you are coming out of the mist and into the light of adventure. You have had difficult times, but you are strong and now ready to advance and succeed. You are a good worker and always deliver more than expected. You don't just have ideas, you make the ideas work. Next time you think of wonderful things, remember to include yourself. April is a lucky month. Well, look at that. Made for me, this little fortune. How lovely. I bet anyone could read it in their own image, I'm sure. But still, I like it. And now that was when I went to Lyme Regis with my brother. I was really lucky that quite a lot of my friends in the UK actually drove me around to things. So I didn't have to do as much of that kind of thing as I didn't have to do as much of getting about as I expected. You know what? I think I might not go for sky again, but I'll use one of these thingies as the background. And I like it being a bit top heavy with that. Thank you all so much for being here. It's nice to see 9 of you here. Thanks, Linda. Yeah, thank you all for coming. So I was saying in the last live stream, I'm thinking that I did just now. Sorry I was late to that, and thank you very much for your understanding. The post person came just as I was going to set it up as well, even though I was already a few minutes late, if I'm being honest. I'm going to a lovely beach and going swimming tomorrow, and I was thinking about doing a live stream, but I'm with some of my friends, and I'm recognizing more and more how important it is to just take time where you're just doing one thing. Does that make sense? Because you can probably sense from my life, I'm never just doing one thing at a time. I'm always doing all the blooming things all the blooming time. So it's going to take me a little while to even sink back in, to sink into, not back into. For a year and a half, at least a year and a half, I've not had time to myself to do just the things that I need to or want to do. And it's going to take a long time to find that. And I need to start practicing somehow. So I'm gonna do that. Not responding to people's messages as soon as I see them and things like that. Because even right now, there's so much stuff in my house that still isn't sorted from having been in the UK and around the world. So I just even need time to get that done. It's really hard to do your day when your day is already started in a muddle of everything. Now, when I was in Ilfracombe is a seaside town in North Devon. I went to see the Barbie movie because one of the days it was just chucking it down with rain. So let's get a bit of Barbie in here. We're not going to go for the background. I thought I was going to have a background of a sky like I normally do, but we'll reserve that for when I'm living at large in Japan, shall we? Multitasking is exhausting, isn't it? I'm very good at it, but it doesn't mean I should allow myself to be overstretched 1,000 times. Just because you're good at something doesn't mean you need to do it, and doesn't mean you need to do it for everybody, and doesn't mean you need to do it while doing a ton of other things. So there. Who's seen the Barbie movie? What did you think? I really liked it. I agree with a couple of comments that it wasn't like the major feminist masterpiece some people made it out to be, but it was still a lot of fun. Many, many, many points of lots of laughter. And I saw it in a little seaside cinema, so I thought that was quite fun. I was happy to go to and support a little seaside cinema while it was raining outside. And I love Barbie. I brought three of my Barbies back from the UK to Japan, so you'll get to see them at some point. I've got Bubble Fairy Barbie. She was not in the movie, unfortunately. I've also got Talking Barbie from 1989 when I came into the world. She was in the movie at the end and I was very excited to see her. She's very 80s. And I've also got Slumber Party Barbie. She's soft-bodied like me. Especially since I came back from the UK. I'm like 20 pounds up. 10 kilograms, 22 pounds for the Americans, 1.5 stone for the Brits. Yes, I have gained quite a lot of weight, but who cares? We gain weight, we lose weight, we live, so get over it. But I'm hoping I do the losing thing so that I can wear the clothes I'd like to wear. And I brought back heaps and heaps of them from the UK, so yeah. There we go. That can be our background. There we've got Barbie background. I can start putting things in and around it. What do you think? Oh, nice to see so many of you here. Thank you very much for being here. My next live streams will be announced via my Buy Me a Coffee page. So please go to buymeacoffee.com/Miss Kendall James and make sure you are getting the email notifications because they will be coming in. This is lovely day for a Guinness, but I think that's going to go on my wall because it just deserves to be out and always. I'm not really big on Guinness, but my partner Leo absolutely loves Guinness. So much so that once we get married, sometime next year, don't ask for details because there aren't details. And I love you all, but no one's invited to anything, so you don't need to know. It's on a need-to-know basis. And I don't even know because, as I said, I don't even have time to do the most simple of things. So no, I don't have time to plan anything. But when we honeymoon, we'd like to go to Ireland, which would be really cool. And he can drink Guinness he likes. Here's some snacks I had. Dark mint, I've got to try and get some different Kit Kats in there. Twix, Lotus biscuits, a little Chocobon my friend got me. Actually, that belongs to the following week. I spent hours sorting out all of my paraphernalia from all the different places I've been to. So we're here on journaling with what you've got, which basically means you collect all of your receipts from throughout the years and days, and then we stick the things together. And this one is from a Curious Mr. Fogg, which is a shop that I bought an incredible necklace. One of these incredible necklaces. So I'm just going to cut out that incredible necklace picture and make sure that goes into the book. But the Curious Mr. Fogg, I don't know if you saw my amazing new necklace, but it's something else. It was made in Mexico, and now lives in Japan with me. Let me see if I can do something dynamic with the Twix. Can I be dynamic? Here, I'm going to cut the packet out like this. So with this journaling with what you've got, I try to do some clever little things with standard stuff. So I'm hoping I demystify whether or not you can create things with or without feeling like you are creative. In my humble opinion, everybody is creative. We've just got different standards of expectation within ourselves and from society and all these things. So you're all creative. I don't want to hear anything otherwise. Honestly, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the phone. Didn't mean to do that. I'll try not to do it again. Once a live stream is what I'll go for. You're all creative. It doesn't really matter if you believe you are or not. What I want you to do is start cutting, start sticking, start believing in yourself. Not necessarily creativity, but just start doing it and see what happens. You want to be a cutter, sticker, upper, whatever, go for it. Do it. That looks nice up there. I've got little pegs to help me work out where I'd like things to go. They're just humble little somethings like this. Nothing too special. Oh, this is fun today. No, I was not properly dressed in pink when I went to see Barbie. I was dressed in whatever was out and fitting, and yeah, I wasn't properly dressed in pink, but I was very, very excited, like super, super excited. What's this? Stapleton Road, Bristol Temple Meads. I think that belongs on the page that I just did. Can I squeeze it in? Ding. A bit much, isn't it? You know what? Chuck it in like that. Just chuck it in the page and close it carefully behind you. There we go. Have you seen it? Were you dressed in pink and everything? I did take a boy, though, that kid appropriate. The kids keep begging me to take them. Well, tell them Kendall says you can watch it, but you might not find it fun because adults find it more enjoyable than kids will. And in turn, Sarah, that might mean that you might not enjoy it so much. There's a lot of innuendo, grown-up jokes. So they might go over a kid's head, but they might not. It depends kind of what the kids are learning at school. But to put it in perspective, I was there with a guy that's 37 years old. I'm 34 years old now. I came into 34 last month. Here's Embassy Cinemas. Maybe that's going to go in. And there were lots of people our age there and lots of people older. Some teenagers went. All of the adults were laughing their heads off. Well, generally all of them laughing their heads off or having a chuckle. But there were teenagers next to us that were deadpan quiet. They were, they did not get the jokes. I don't know if they found it visually appealing anyway. They might have found it a bit boring if they didn't get jokes, because even the most simplest of jokes were just funny if you're a grown-up. But yeah, grown-ups just use different language. So I personally find they might go over your head. I think they'd go over your head and you wouldn't even know what to message me to ask what it meant. I don't think. That's how much it might go over your head. I don't mean that rudely, but from the things you've told me before, I think they would go over your head like that. I haven't seen it and no interested in it. Maybe if it goes on streaming. Well, I've got to say that as far as a movie goes, as far as it being put together as a movie, it's great. And if you ever liked Barbie dolls, you'll like the nostalgia. Because you'll get to see Barbies. So if you're worried you're not going to like it because you don't like grown-up humor or you don't like the actors in it, or you just think it's a fad, then that's fine. But if you ever liked Barbie, I think you might like to watch it. And if you're a guy and you've ever thought that Margot Robbie, the lead actress, is good and worth watching, then you might want to watch it for that reason too, because she is good in it. But yeah, I think you'll all relate to parts of it, no problem. But I'm a supporter of the arts, so I'm going to recommend a lot of things art-based to you. And, you know, movies are art. I'm glad you're having fun, Joyce. I did have a lot of fun. Right, we've got a little bit of information here from St. Nicholas's Chapel. This is when I tried to do a live stream and I got rained out of it. And the same evening I went to see, I got rained and winded out of it. It was quite something. The same evening I went to go and see, Barbie. Now, some of my Kenda Packers, you are going to get a little parcel, not parcel, but you're going to get an envelope of things from around the world, some postcards and stuff. And I think I've collected some of these. So if you're an active Kenda Packer now, you'll get a little list. You'll get a little selection of cute stuff from around the world, a postcard from one of the locations I've been to, this, and probably your latest seasonal card. You'll probably get that by the end of September, or at least they'll be posted out by the end of September. This has got a little history on it. Should I squeeze it in there? Maybe a bit too big. Not too big. I will just staple it in so that this can still be lifted up, I think. I'm running out of knowing where my staples are though. So that we can layer some things up like that. Try and get some layering in there. We like a bit of layering. And I can layer up like this as well. This was from going to Lyme Regis with my brother. My brother picked us up from Ilfracombe, which was a relief. However, a lot of the things I was going to do for myself, like making videos, it's kind of for myself and for you guys, I didn't get to do because I didn't have as many train journeys as I thought I would, because loads of people were helping me to places, which is great. But of course, it meant that you guys weren't getting what I thought you'd be getting from me. Here's a twister. Can we fit a twister in? Yep. I'm going to cut around this again. It's very sticky inside, so I hope that as the years go on and this journal gets older, the stickiness becomes less of an issue, you know? I just leave the stickiness inside and hope that the ants never find my book. Stay away, ants. I'm gonna put this under here, under Ken. I think that works nicely. There we go. Don't worry about why I'm laughing about that. Ha ha. Sorry. There we go. And then a Twix. Can a Twix? No, I don't want to cover over anyone's face. I got panda licorice. Do you guys like licorice? Once upon a time, I gave my partner, my Japanese partner, a bit of licorice. Oh my goodness. He made a face like a baby that had been given, I don't know, vegetables. A baby that had been given its first cauliflower or something. Have you been to Ireland, Joyce? You're making me want to stay, Joyce. She says, Kendall is very clever. I like it. Keep it coming. It was very nice to go to Kendal in the UK. It's a very beautiful area of the UK. I went to a festival, so that's what the previous page was about. Let me see. I had breakfast with my friend. My friend paid for that. It was very nice of them. South Sea Beach Cafe, which is nice to see so many places in Portsmouth had gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. That actually belongs to the other week, the next week, so that doesn't go there. Sheppy's Cider. Fit a little Sheppy's Cider in. We're going to have to staple some things in so that I don't lose the interesting stuff behind there. So you're going to staple those into the side. Stagecoach. Do I need a bus ticket in there? Why not? Even a bus ticket is valuable, valuable memories, right? Oh, not if it covers over Ken's face, it's not. What can I do? I'll go up higher. So it doesn't really fit in the way I want it to. So what I'm going to do is cut the top. If I cut the top, then it doesn't go over everything so badly. I'm going to glue this one into position. In the Airbnb that I stayed in for just 2 days, they left these really yummy sweets from Lidl. So the yummy sweets are going to fit in there somehow. Not feeling very creative about that. Let me come in this way. Oh, it's getting way too hot in my home. I might have to turn the aircon on again. Sorry, it's on, off, on, off. So sorry if it makes an annoying sound. Okay, there we go. Gonna staple that. That's my cool necklace. Cool new necklace. So I like knowing that things like the bus ticket are still there. It doesn't matter too much to me that it gets covered over. And I'd love to be writing things or even drawing pictures or painting in this. But right now, because of course I was traveling around every day that I was in the UK, I don't have space on these pages for doing writing and things. You can see that normally I like to add a little bit of painting, or sometimes I add some writing as well. Here's some painting on this one. But basically, if I've been doing a lot and collecting a lot of things, there's not as much space for writing as I'd like. So just while I'm putting in all of my holiday stuff, I think we're going to have to bear with it being lots of sticking rather than lots of writing or painting or drawing. So I hope you don't mind. So here's Panda Licorice. I was telling you, my partner did not like finding out that a British sweet was licorice. Incidentally, that's cut out to fit in there, but I think I might cut it out yet again. Oh, that was bad cutting, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. YOLO. Almost hit you guys again. Did I have a very favourite thing that I did while I was in England? Yeah. It was called sleep. It was lovely. I loved it. I don't even know how, I can't even elaborate on that. I went to sleep. And it was so nice to sleep. Just so nice. I did great things every single day. I didn't have a moment of time to myself, apart from when I was asleep. So that was nice when I was asleep. I got to see lots of doggies, got to see my friends. So all these things were very nice. They were all nice. Embassy Cinemas. I just squeezed this one in over here. Yeah, I got to meet my little brother's doggy, which was cool. Got to walk my mum's dog and incidentally taught her loads of ways to look after her dog. I didn't realize she was watching the way that I interact with the dog. He's a very good, well-behaved dog, but he was being a bit naughty for her. He was being extra good for me, so she decided to do a few things the way that I do things to see if he would be good even when I'm not there, and it's worked, so that's pretty cool. I'm happy for her. So easily pleased. I ate a lot of food. You have licorice is great. It's our long car drive treat. Interestingly, one of the best things I did was I mean, see all my friends, but also see my family, which is quite, I say that's quite interesting because I moved away from home when I was 18. So I didn't, I did see family, but I saw friends all the time. So I thought it was the friends that I would want to see the most. And it kind of was the ones I wanted to see the most, but the time I spent with family felt more something. Not better than being with my friends, but it felt necessary. I don't know. Yeah, it felt necessary. I don't know if that's the best thing to say. Well, that's what I'm going to go with. So seeing my family, spending time with them, whichever way I did, is the only way I can say that, I think. Let me see here. Sheppy cider. And what about you guys? What's the best thing you've done in the summer? Have you had a summer, or in is it autumn? It's winter in Australia. I'm thinking of sticking these to here. So I'm sticking these to a train ticket, and then I'm going to staple the train ticket to the book. And over time, it'll stick neatly, I'm sure. Fit Dolly's Cafe in there. Oh no, yeah, that does say Dolly's Cafe. And I'm going to staple that in. Ta-da! Ta-da! Wow, it's basically just a cramming of receipts, isn't it? I mean, that's journaling with what you've got. What I've got is a lot of receipts from an adventure far, far away. And I really hope I get to add some videos for you today. I might release them each as premieres. So if you want to chat with me at the same time, if I release a premiere, it will be to chat with me at the same time. Do follow me on buymeacoffee.com, because that's where I'm going to send out emails saying when my next lives are coming. I'm going to do more on Friday and Saturday, my Friday and Saturday, which might well be your Thursday and Friday for those of you that are in America. I'm going to add them to the calendar because I think it helps you. But if you're enjoying me putting them in the calendar, please do consider leaving me a little tip, because it does take a lot more of my time. It might not seem like it does, and the other guides might say it's really quick, but I would really like those 20 minutes stacked up to do something for myself. So I really want to see you guys at my live streams. So I'm going to do my best to add them to the calendar. I really just didn't have the mental or physical capacity to do that before. I'm going to try and do it these days. And as the months start to cool, as it starts to cool down a bit more, we'll be going out and about to some nice places around Japan. So please do follow me at buymeacoffee.com/Miss Kendall James, where you can also join the Kenda Packer crew, or you can leave me a tip if you like. And go on linktr.ee/Miss Kendall James if you would like to see what else I do. And don't worry, tons of lovely videos are coming to screens near you soon. Do you want to see the coins I got in the UK and Dubai? I think you do. Here's some in Dubai. Da-da. 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 You know I like making these little penny press coins. They're all from Dubai, aren't they? This one's in Singapore. And then this one. Okay, I got lots of them in Dubai. Haha. But still, I love them. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, you went to an amazing Harry Potter exhibition in New York City. Amazing. Winter feels like spring now. Haven't done heaps of my Japan trip and saw Cirque du Soleil crystal. Amazing. I kind of want the Cirque du Soleil that's here. Lauren, I'll check back through your information in Facebook, but you'd like to meet, right? We want to meet. Let me know. I'm sure we can work out a little bit of time to meet. That would be great. No, I want to go someday. Maybe next year. I have to save my money. Save the money, Joyce. Save the money. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll catch you soon, okay? There will be more lives this week, and I might just do a little one outside, just having a walk around. We'll see. We'll see. All right. I might even do one in Kyoto. Maybe, maybe, maybe. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you.